All right, cool. So it's May 17th. This is like this is our sixth episode of Coffee and Crypto. So we're 6 episodes in, and it's going fast. I mean, we'll be at 100 episodes before you look up. We'll have a lot of content on YouTube and things that we'll be able to kind of look back and remember, because a lot of the stuff that we're going to talk about on here is actually going to happen. And so it's like we're fortune tellers, you know what I mean? So like that's the blessing of being in the spaces. I tell people all the time, I don't think crypto is life, right? But I tell people all the time, it's recession proof. Crypto's recession proof. And the reason why I say that is this, right? We're about to go into a recession. That's why I had to go ahead and wear the recession proof shirt this morning, right? We're about to actually go into one of the baddest, worst recessions and depressions that we've ever seen. They literally just announced it. The Treasury, the Fed, everybody's announcing this. So if you don't know, we're about to go into a recession. So what you want to do is you want to start hedging your money that you have right now before it loses that value into assets, whether that's gold, silver, right? Whether that is a digital gold, digital silver, whether that is a cryptocurrency, right? Something. But I wouldn't hedge it to anything that's connected necessarily 100% to the U.S. stock market. And I say that because if our economy crashes, that's going to crash, and crypto is going to crash too. Don't get me wrong, crypto is going to crash, but that within that crash which we've experienced, this is the worst. I'm not going to lie, this is the worst dip I've ever seen in my life. Like, this is the worst case of drawdown, like for real. And I bought Harmony at 0.004. It's at like 4 cents right now, 3 cents. I'm still in my bag, but I remember seeing a 30, 40 cent Harmony, and it's a drop. I've never experienced that. I feel like it's 2017 again. I feel like it's 2017 all over again. So I wanted to lead with that because a lot of you all are new. A lot of you all are veterans. You've been doing this for a while. And I want to let you know that crypto to me, all right, it's a safe hedge towards recession, against recession. And the reason why I say that is because with pairs like XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, if you learn how to day trade them, a lot of you all have day traded. You've done day trading before. Maybe you day trade right now. You can day trade these on MetaTrader 4, and you can make money whether it goes up or down. So I tell people all the time, the skill sets that we're learning is recession proof. I've been trying to teach people these skill sets since COVID hit. I've been preaching this before COVID, but when COVID hit, I decided to go harder. And the reason why I decided to go harder when COVID hit is because I saw that, this is the only place and the only space that I can put something in and it will grow, right? Investing. But then also I can make money whether the market goes up or whether the market goes down. I can make money all day. And that excited me, right? So I'm going to start this call with a short video. This video, give me 1 second. One second, y'all. Let me pull it up. All right, cool. So let's go to my library. And I'm very organized on YouTube. And again, this call is raw, right? This ain't a call that, this ain't supposed to be like nobody else call. This is my call, right? So it's a raw call. I get on here and I really do research. Like, I'm not really doing this for y'all. I'm talking to y'all, but if y'all wasn't on here, I'd be doing this anyway. So I want to introduce y'all and welcome you into my life and how I spend my mornings, how I spend my evenings, how I spend my afternoons. And I really deep dive into this because I want to be the greatest to ever do this. Like, when someone walks away from this space, I want to be one of the greatest to ever do this. And why? You got to be great at something. I said, why not be great at money? So I'm going to play this video right here. And I like to play this. Maybe you've seen this before on this call, but I'm gonna play this because, again, we're going into a recession. 13 minutes is what you got to give me. All right. 13 minutes is what you got to give me with this video. All right. Because I need to see it again. So I'm going to play it. And then after we finish watching this video, I'm going to give you guys the coin that I gave out. And now we're going to walk through this coin and what I saw in it that made me at least go out and make a goal to get 100,000 coins before it hit a penny. So with that being said, let's go.
With Fundrise, predict in the next 10 years that crypto, blockchain, Bitcoin, all of this innovation will be the 12th sector of the S&P.
That was a portion of the Bitcoin 2022 keynote from venture capitalist and Shark Tank investor Kevin O'Leary. And O'Leary went on to say that we need policy. What we need is policy. We need the government to catch up with us. The venture capitalist, popularly known as Mr. Wonderful, joins us now. Kevin, thanks so much for taking the time here with us today. We do know that mass adoption of tech innovation has had this history of outpacing government regulation. So how confident are you that sensible government regulation will happen in blockchain and cryptocurrency before true mass adoption and the next inflection point happens?
I'm very confident because the pace and acceleration of policy proposals coming out of bipartisan Senate committees and the Hill has never been greater. We've got the limits bill, we have the Haggerty bill for stablecoin, the Toomey bill for stablecoin, we have the POTUS executive order, all within 6 weeks of each other, all discussing the future of cryptocurrencies. And you're right, we need to catch up with the rest of the world here because regulators in other jurisdictions like Canada, the first to allow a Bitcoin ETF and Ethereum ETF, the first crypto exchange dealer broker was licensed there across the country. Switzerland, England, the United Arab Emirates, they're far advanced. And I think our government understands now that we've got to catch up quickly. And you saw a major move just yesterday in the announcement of BlackRock and Fidelity putting $400 million into USDC, the Circle product. That's unprecedented for such staid financial services companies to make a bet that large on cryptocurrency.
Kevin, Dave Briggs here. Got to get your take on Elon today. The offer $54.20 per share to take over Twitter. And your friend Mark Cuban says he thinks that Elon is just effing with the SEC. What do you think he's doing? What should the board do? And if you're to have a beer with Elon Musk or a joint, I guess in the case with Elon, what do you want to ask him about all this?
I don't think this is a crazy move he's making. I'll tell you why. Elon Musk and Tesla is the only automotive company in the world that doesn't have to spend a dime on marketing. And a lot of that came from his use of Twitter over the years as a vehicle, as a megaphone to talk about the innovations of his products and services, whether it be in space or electric cars or what have you. And he took advantage of that. Now he starts to see the platform go awry. If you're an investor in this thing, as I have been, this is a miserable, miserable stock. I mean, it's delivered no value to shareholders for a very long time. Now, maybe you blame the platform, or maybe you blame the management, or maybe it's a combination of both, but it doesn't matter. It's been misery. If someone offered me $50+ a share for this, that's a done deal right now, because I don't know how you monetize this thing. It's been really clipped. Even in the heyday when Trump was using it as a promotional vehicle for his campaign, it wasn't Twitter that delivered the eyeballs. It was other media taking the tweet and then broadcasting it. So from that respect, it's really not used by that many people in the United States. It's a very small subsegment, not a great advertising vehicle. And now you have all of this decision is trying to curate which voices should be on it and not. That doesn't help long term. I think this company needs to be shaken up, and if Elon wants to do that, let him do it. Somebody has to do it. It's just been miserable for investors.
I mean, and speaking of turnarounds, though, when you think where Bitcoin and crypto started versus where it is now, I mean, you weren't always this bullish on crypto. What was the turning point for you? And what do you think is going to be the turning point for the next wave of crypto investors?
The turning point for me was change in policy by regulators. I'm a highly regulated individual because I have so many investments in traditional financial services companies. Now, Bitcoin is not a coin, it's software. Ethereum is software. Polygon is software. All of these are software development teams creating innovation in financial services, the largest market in the world. And to the extent that they can add value, transparency, speed, all of that, that's why it has such potential, and it hasn't gone away. Now, sure, the prices are volatile, and the reason the prices are volatile is that sovereign funds and pension plans, for all the excitement about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, own this much of it. Nothing. And they're not going to do that until there's policy in place. You want price stability, you want price appreciation, allow a sovereign running a $200 billion mandate, a 1% position in Bitcoin. That's how you get there. But they're not going to do it until there's policy in place. And so I'm very pro-policy on this. I'm very fortunate I've been able to meet these senators, discuss their bills with them. I'm glad that they're asking private citizens to come to the Hill and give their input. That's great. But again, we've got to accelerate this policy. And I think the best way to do it is pick one asset class. Let's go stable coins. The Toomey bill, the Haggerty bill, both propose and contemplate making this a policy decision. They want transparency. They want to see what's backing up the stable coin, if it's US dollar and what other assets. They want to audit it.
So hold on. I had to pause it because see, like these billionaires, they're throwing out these terms like stable coins. And, if you've taken my class, you know about the barbershop theory, right? You know how I break these tokens down into a barbershop concept, right? And make it very simple for you to understand. These stable coins are the future, but they got to be created. Again, he said it's software. So it got to be the right software. And we're going to dive into UST, right? We're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about UST, and then I'll give you guys a coin that I'm going bullish on, and you can go bullish on it if you want to, right? But let's finish this video out, and then we're going to get into the UST stablecoin and Tether Luna.
30 days, I'm fine with that. And they don't want any assets inside it, longer duration, 12 months. That makes total sense to me. Now, why wouldn't we push one of those bills through and get this one asset class that allows people to buy stable coins, lend them out at 4 to 6% interest, and at least protect their capital against inflation? You can't do that with savings in a bank account. You're basically being taxed at 5.5% with 6% inflation. Nobody gets more than 50 basis points of interest anymore. So there's really good use case for this, and we've got to get it going, and policy is the way to do it. So I'm very encouraged about that. Now, obviously, as an investor, this is now, I really believe that the crypto will be the 12th sector of the S&P in 10 years. So I'm going to invest accordingly. It's now 20% of my operating company's portfolio across 32 different positions. I'm very comfortable with my diversity. And yes, there's volatility, but I'm essentially waiting for the government. I want to be ahead of the curve. I want to own Bitcoin before the sovereign wealth funds buy it. And that's my bet. Now, everybody else has a different opinion. That's fine. But clearly, on the first day at Bitcoin 2022, when I made that keynote on the Wednesday, that was 1,500 institutional investors. That's the first time that's ever happened. Now, they own nothing, but they've come to learn, and that's the first step. And then you've got all the policy coming our way. This is all good as far as I'm concerned.
If you did get policy, what type of exposure would you be willing to add on to your portfolio?
I'm maxed out already. I'm 20%. So my rules are basically the standard portfolio management rule. You can never have more than 20% in any one sector and no more than 5% in any one stock. That's where I'm at right now with crypto. But this is a different time, because how many times in your investment career do you get an opportunity to invest in a brand new sector of the S&P? More than 20% in any one sector and no more than 5% in any one stock. That's where I'm at right now with crypto. But this is a different time, because how many times in your investment career do you get an opportunity to invest in a brand new sector of the S&P? Never. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Now, either you believe that or you don't. You have to make your decision. But once you say yes to crypto, you need diversification, you need policy, and you have to have a team that understands it. We don't have the compliance infrastructure yet, but that's coming. Look at the work that's going on at Circle to make it really easy for institutions to use USDC on a compliant basis. Look at FTX. That's a really investment-grade compliant platform. Now, I have to disclose I'm a shareholder in FTX and a paid spokesperson, but I use the product. I don't endorse anything I don't use. So at the end of the day, you've got a lot of innovation coming here, and you have to make a decision as to when you're going to engage. I've made mine.
What role do you anticipate?
Listen, I'm going to just drop the mic right there. You know what I mean? I don't got to go no further. He said, I made mine. You know what I mean? He already made his decision. Have you made your decision for Christ? I've made mine too, Kevin. Like if you made yours, just say I made mine. You know what I mean? Let me know, because I really made my decision. Like, this is what I'm going to spend my life on. You know what I mean? This is what I'm gonna spend my lifetime working on. You know what I mean? Like, this is it. This is like, this is the 12th sector of the S&P, and that came from a billionaire. That came from Shark Tank, you know, like, for real. So yeah, man, I'm really excited to see what's about to happen. So let's dive into it, right? So let's go to Coinmarketcap and let's go look at the market. Let's go look and see what the crypto market is right now. All right, so coinmarketcap.com, #1 research site in the world, owned by Binance, if you didn't know. Cryptos has 19,469 cryptocurrencies currently to date, 525 different exchanges in the world to date. You know, market cap today for crypto is 1.3. We went ahead and went up. Yesterday it was at 1.2. So we're up 2% right now. But we're way down from an all-time high in the cryptocurrency market. All-time high in cryptocurrency market was around 3 trillion, almost 2.8 trillion dollars, almost $3 trillion. We are down all the way to 1.3 trillion dollars, right? So a lot of people, okay, a lot of you all, okay, and if you got started in the last 6, 7, 8 months, maybe a year, you know, you're probably feeling it right now, okay? And I'm feeling it for you. See, I got in back, and you got to understand, it's levels to this, right? I got in back in 2019, close to spring, spring. All right, so the crypto market cap around that time was at $246 billion. All right, so you got to realize I got in when the total market cap was around $246 billion. Today it's at 3 trillion. So you got to understand that even if it pulls back, you got to be buying these moments, because if we look, if we zoom in right here, all right, well, I can't really zoom in, but maybe I can. Let me see. Yes, I can. Never say what you can't do, right? So this market went up. We start to see this rally. This is back in 2017. This is Bitcoin era, right? When Bitcoin ran up for its first run, and everybody was going crazy because we finally saw what? We saw a $820 billion market cap. We was almost $1 trillion market, Bitcoin running. And then what happened? We had a complete fall off from 820 billion, we fell off to 279 billion, right? So what does that mean? Well, let's fast forward, right? Let's go back. Let's go back and let's now understand that we fell underneath this, just like Bitcoin, all the way until it decided. And so if you look at this market, and let's say we went and pulled up Bitcoin's market, what you would notice is that Bitcoin low-key looks just like this. If you know what I'm talking about, just drop a yes or something in the chat box, right? You know what I'm talking about? Bitcoin kind of looked like this. It went up. We thought this was a crazy rally. Then it came back down and went to sleep. And then the crypto market finally took off up to $2 trillion. This was 2021. And then what happened? It fell off for a little bit, back down to 1 trillion. So we went to 2.5 down to 1.2, 1.3. So we're back at a major level of what, family? We're back at a major level of support right now. If we look at where we are in a high, currently today, looking at our past. So maybe this is a good area for the crypto market to go ahead and turn around for a double bottom, right? This will be a double bottom. This will be our double bottom, and maybe we get some momentum back up to 3 trillion, right? So that's, again, that's the way I see it. But then it went down to 1.2, and then boom, it jumped up to 2.8. So I want you guys to understand that going from 2.8 to 1.2 is way more detrimental than going from 813 billion down to 276 billion. Y'all see what I'm saying? Like, this is not a drop we've ever seen before, not of this magnitude. So these are the key times to buy. Every investor knows to buy low and what? Sell high. Buy low and sell high. So let's go back to Coinmarketcap. Let's get back to the first page. Market cap at 1.3, 24-hour volume in the crypto market, $80 billion. We have a 44% Bitcoin dominance and a pretty low Ethereum dominance of 19.3%. That's pretty low for Ethereum. And the gas is 57 GWEI right now, which is how many gigajoules, I think that's what they call it, for ETH gas. That's what you're, if you want to know why your fees are so high, the higher those fees, the higher the GWEI, the higher your fees, right? The lower your fees would be. Okay, so let's keep going. So Bitcoin out at front, trying to really hold on at $30,000, looks like, right? Trying to hold on at $30,000 at $579 billion market cap, which is a huge drop from its all-time high. Bitcoin was almost $1 trillion market by itself, right? And so I do believe that we'll see Bitcoin become $1 trillion market, right? And even more trillions of dollars in this market and become the 12th sector of the S&P. Ethereum, 2,084 right now. And then we got all our other altcoins. XRP coming in at number 6, still holding it down, even at down 16%. So if you want to know when you should buy XRP, it's down 16% over the last 7 days. Cardano's down 13%, down to 58 cents. I went and bought more Cardano myself. All right, you gotta go and love these coins. Yeah, you don't love them because they don't run up like Shiba Inu or Dogecoin or all these other Solana. But I'm gonna tell you something. There's proof in the pudding that these are the coins, and what's worth it, you're gonna always have to wait for, right? Nothing comes easy. All right, and so today, let's talk about UST, right? So UST, where is it? I'm just going to type it in. So first, let's talk about Terra Luna. My. Wow. At one point, Terra Luna was literally like in the top 20 coins. Literally like 2 weeks ago. It was in the top 20 coins. It's now ranked number 212. I mean, this thing tanked. If you've heard about this and what happened, just go ahead and light the chat box up if you know what happened. And if you don't know what happened, what you want to do is drop a 1 right now. You know what I'm saying? Drop a 1 in the chat box and let me know, right? But let's look at this, right? Never in the history of anything have I seen anything happen like this. All right. Never in the history of anything have I seen anything go as bad as this, right? So this is an investor's worst nightmare. 4-4. So April 4th, it was $116. Literally a month and a few days after, a month and a week after, right? This literally tanked down to 0.0001. So what happened, right? What happened to this? Well, it's stable coin, right? It's stable coin, which was supposed to be backed 1-to-1 by the US dollar, supposed to be pegged, right? It depegged. And so when it depegged, that made the entire market, like people, what happened was it dropped. So UST is its stable coin, right? And so UST should be $1 right now, just like all the other stable coins, but it's at 13 cents. So a lot of people are saying this is a Ponzi scheme, all that. Listen, I don't sign up for that class, like Jim Rohn said. I just don't sign up for that class. It don't really matter to me what it was. The fact of the matter is that a lot of people lost a lot of money, and there's protocols like Anchor protocol. So when you're getting into these DeFi spaces, be very careful, right? When you're arbitraging, some of y'all are arbitraging, understand what's going on right now. USDT could lose its peg. If you guys didn't realize, and again, I'm just here, not because I'm doing it too. So we understand our risk. USDT is at 99 cents. And if you're arbitraging right now, it literally, it depegged for a very short time. Did y'all hear about that? Did anybody on this call hear about that? Let me check the chat box. Did anybody hear about USDT depegging for a few hours. And it was in our sleep. We could have lost everything. We could have lost everything. The whole arbitrage bag could have been gone, right? And it wouldn't have been because of that company. So we couldn't be mad at COTPS, but it's because of the government, right? And so Tether has been called a Ponzi scheme for years. And I was really in the rabbit hole on it. And it's very scary because I got money in this right now. But you got to understand who backs it. So for Tether to drop, it would take a lot. And it would take the market down with it. And I don't think it's happening no time soon. So I believe our money's safe. But let's take a look at this market, right? Take a look at this market. Let's do the last 7 days, okay? Last 7 days. Look at this. This is when it depegged. This was on 5/12, a couple days ago. It went to 95 cents, y'all. Imagine if you had your money in this arbitrage and this thing had to drop to 13 cents. You would have been sick. That's what happened to people. So we got to understand the risk that's really played, and we got to understand what stable coins are really here for the future, right? Like, I believe in UST, but not as much as I believe in what? USDC, because I know who's behind it. I know who's behind USDC, right? I understand who's behind it, and that's why it's at $1 right now. So when Vincent Owens, or if you find, because look, we all in the rabbit hole. So when I find the opportunity for us to stake USDC and make crazy returns like that, oh, you best to believe I'm putting the team on, because this is the future. USDC will be the stable coin that really, I believe, plays a major role in central bank digital currency, CBDCs, right? And so USD coin is backed by Circle, which is one of the top companies in the world, right? So, we're not going to dive down that rabbit hole. Still, make sure you guys understand stable coins, all right? But yes, again, back to UST, right? UST, 12 cents now, right? Down to 12 cents. So what does this mean? It means that, this project is pretty much done, right? You got to think about it. Crypto is technology, but it's extremely influenced by the people, right? It's extremely influenced by the people. So if the people don't believe in Terra anymore because of what happened, Terra may not ever recover. Now, could you put some money in Terra at 0.001? Let's go and look, right? Because I want to show y'all what's possible. Like, I went and bought some. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I went and bought some, like I did. I went and got some before they delisted and did all that stuff. I went and got me some, right? And so today, let's say you went and you was able to buy Terra, right? And let's say you spent $100. You get 537,000 coins for $100 right now, right? Does it make sense to do? I mean, if you got $100 that you don't, if you was going to go play the Georgia lottery, or the I don't know, the Mega Millions, if that's what you was going to do, then maybe it makes sense, right? Put that $100 in here. And guess what? If Terra, look, check this. And let's do some crazy math, right? If you own 537,119 coins, and Terra Luna today is at 0.0001. And let's say it just so happened to go back to a penny, right? If it went back to a penny, you'd be up $5,000. So without a $100 investment could potentially turn to $5,000, potentially, right? I'm not telling you to go and do that. That's not financial advice, right? Not telling you to do it. It's not financial advice at all. Is it smart to do it? No. Should you do it? That's up to you. Okay. So if you're a gambler, go, you know what I mean? Hey, I'm not here to advise y'all today. I'm not. I'm here to do research. So I'm just being real with y'all on what I do. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes, hey, I be in that mind, like, look, I might be able to run up a quick buck, and it's worked a couple times, right? And then I failed a lot more times, right? So, hey. So before we get up out of here, I want to leave you guys with a coin. And if you came here today, or you watch this video on YouTube later, man, are you in for a treat? The coin of the day is, drum roll, please. Let's go. Boom. Electroneum. Number 360 in the world. Why did I go with this? Why have I been talking about Electroneum in the group? You know, I've invested. The goal is 100,000. That's my goal. My goal is 100,000. For 100,000 of them today. All right. For 100,000 of them today, 0.003. All right. It'll cost you $300, right? I'm almost there. I literally like, I'm like halfway there. I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm just waiting on a little money. I'm gonna get a little money today. And then guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna throw that money into there. Boom. 300. We got 100,000. Now, let's do the math on that. Before we do the math, let's look at the chart. All-time high is, oh my God, 20 cents. 20 cents. So 100,000 times 1 cent is $1,000. So for $300, I could turn $300 to $1,000 at a penny. Now, when I show y'all the technology behind this, y'all understand, right? Let's go back to 100,000. 100,000 times its all-time high of 20 cents is $20,000. Let's go, right? I mean, look, if you want to get more than 100,000, cool. I got goals. You know, I got goals. And this is a sweet discount. And when I show you the company, who they're connected with, and what's going on, oh man, it should get bullish for you, right? It should really get you excited. So what is Electroneum? Let's go down here. Electroneum is a mobile phone-based crypto platform that offers an instant payment system. The project was formed in July 2017, launched September as the first UK-based cryptocurrency after completing a $40 million ICO, which is initial coin offering. The focus of the Electroneum project is to provide the quickest and safest crypto transactions with minimal fees for the world's unbanked population, which accounts for 1 billion of the world's population. Continuous focus on giving individuals with only access to smartphones a cheap and easy way to spend money all over the world. Electroneum launched its wallet manager in December 2017. In March 2018, Electroneum launched the first Android mobile mining application where people could take advantage of the processors of their device to mine ETN coins. In April of the same year, it secured a patent for instant crypto transactions. So they have a patent, right? Who are the founders? The brains behind Electroneum project is Richard Ellis. Before his foray in the crypto industry, Richard Ellis worked as an entrepreneur marketer while harboring his desire to become a coder. He is also the owner of Retortal, a social media management platform designed to businesses in a direct selling industry. In Site Wizard, right? In late 2019, Richard Ellis, the CEO of Electroneum, founded and organized the launch of Any Task, the first freelance platform to focus on creating a digital economy for the developing countries, right? What makes Electroneum unique, right? So, it was originally built using Monero code base focused on the gaming and gambling industry. However, things soon changed and Electroneum turned to its site to create a platform for instant payments across borders. Electroneum migrated from the Monero blockchain to the moderated proof of responsibility blockchain in Q2. Okay. The goal of Electroneum is to reach out to the millions who do not have access to a banking system, but own a smartphone like PayPal, but with cryptocurrencies. Okay, so sounds good, right? Now, let's go to their website. Etn Network, a cryptocurrency with huge genuine usage via our real world ecosystem, earn and spend over 190 countries, right? So they already have an app. I've downloaded the app. If you downloaded the app, drop a 777 in the chat box, and you can see that you can spend your ETN with at app on iTunes, on PlayStation, on Amazon. You can spend this money that you have. So they're giving real world, right, use. This is called utility. Okay. Now let's keep going. 3 million people have downloaded the app. And this is what really got me excited, family. Like, for real, this is what really got me excited. They are part of the Digital Pound Foundation. Electroneum is proud to be a founding member of the Digital Pound Foundation, an independent, non-profit organization that is helping to implement a well-designed digital pound. That's a central bank digital currency, CBDC. So I went to their website. Hello, we are an independent forum supporting the implementation of a well-designed digital pound, right? Let's keep going. While most CBDC experiments have involved private sector technology providers, the overwhelming majority of these experiments to date have not involved participation from other private sector actors. The Digital Pound Foundation is unique in proposing a model whereby the public and private sectors can fully engage in design, development, and adoption of a digital pound, thus contributing to its successful rollout and helping drive forward the UK's transition to a digital economy.
The Digital Pound Foundation is a collaborative enterprise. It's focused on the introduction of a digital pound. Its members span the public and the private sectors, and its purpose is to act as a convening point for those who are engaged in the safe, secure, and effective development and introduction of this new form of money. Now, why is it important? It's important because any new form of money cannot be taken lightly. It is a rare occurrence at best of times. Even the credit card didn't have the enhanced capabilities that this has. So the world has become a global laboratory now, trying to understand the ramifications of this fast-growing phenomenon. Governments and private enterprises are developing something which will serve humankind better than any past or current forms of money. And this new form of money is only possible because technology is transforming all the interactions between human beings, which themselves need money. And money must therefore adapt to serve those interactions. Now, the ramifications of this will affect every one of us. It is unlikely that we will see a global version of this form of money until we have a form of global government. So nation states, regional governments, and private enterprises are also working on their own versions. And that's why we formed the Digital Pound Foundation, to help it happen in the UK. Now, the foundation has an important role to play, and good governance of that foundation is therefore of paramount importance. So the company has been formed, the Articles of Association have been agreed, and the founding members include those with deep practical experience in established forms of money and their mechanisms, those with technological competence to understand and facilitate the transition to this new form of money, government and public sector observers, and grounded visionaries who are able to translate what is possible into practical reality. Now, wider membership of the foundation is welcome. So in conclusion, we do not believe at the Digital Pound Foundation that we should underestimate what is afoot here. It will take time. It will need interventions at all levels of society, and it will need new government policy. It will need guidance on its practical implementation, and it won't go away. Now, that's why we formed the Digital Pound Foundation.
Wow. Light it up. Light it up. So, right? I mean, for real. This is like literally, we don't need to see nothing else. He just told us. It ain't up to us. It's already done. Like, they already forming this, right? So then I kept going. And, they got a lot of news on here, upcoming events, Then I looked at the member community. And here's the thing, right? There's Quant, there's Accenture. They got something to do with ISO 222 and XRP. There's Avalanche. I looked up this company, Billion. Let me just click on theirs. We'll go back to them. Hold on. CGI, click on theirs. I'm trying to show y'all how I do, right? Electroneum, oh my God. Hold up. Ripple. Stop playing. Stop playing with this space. ISO 222. And they left Electroneum off. It's a part of it. It's a part of it. They can't let us know everything. It's a part of it. Electroneum, when they went to the moon, they might have let us know. Partners, Digital Euro Association. Oh, let's go over there. Okay. Oh, they want to. Oh, so they want to. Oh, they want to show Vincent Owens more. Okay, so we got the Digital Euro Association. Say no more. So let's see what they got. Oh, supporting members. Ripple. A Circle. USDC. I told you. Hold up. Cello. EY, building a better working world, which is what? What's EY, y'all? What company is that? EY, they got this here in Atlanta. They got a whole big EY building. I see this all the time downtown, right? Or is it Earl Young or something like that? Somebody, I don't know his name. I ain't gonna lie. Let me see. About Us. It's EY. I don't know. I done made up a name for the man. I called him Earl Young over here, Lord. I done called this man Earl Young. That might not even be his name. But anyway, okay. Look, this is what's going on, right? And so Frankfurt School of Blockchain Center, right? I went here the other day. I was in the rabbit hole and I'm looking, I'm like, yo, there's so much Frankfurt of finance and management. This is a whole different country. They got blockchain schools in Frankfurt. What would this be? Frankfurt. What country is this? Is this Germany or something? I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Somebody let me know. Where's Frankfurt? Germany. Oh, I was right. Okay, cool. So I was right. So Germany, right? So these other countries are far ahead than the United States. And we're used to being the best in tech. But the schools in Asia, colleges and universities in Asia, are you kidding me? India, so these are the things that I'm seeing right now, and this is what's making it more and more clear for me, and just seeing the Digital Pound Foundation and just seeing, and then you go down here and you can see their team, right? Let's look at all their members, right? Susan Friedman, head of policy at Ripple. She's the foundation chair, head of policy at Ripple. Look at this. He's the board of directors, founder and CEO of Quant. Check this out. Richard Ellis, board of directors, founder and CEO of Electroneum. Hold up. Jeremy Wilson, former vice chairman of Barclays Corporation. What? Are you kidding me? And you can click LinkedIn. They'll let you see him. Claire Conby, executive director and chief risk officer at Billion Group. I pulled that up. Let's go look at Billion Group. The Unified Enterprise Distributed Ledger Technology System, DLT, the Unified Enterprise DLT System, a high-performance and regulatory compliant blockchain for digital cash, data, and identity management, right? Look at these. Philip Morrison is a part of them, right? They trust in Microsoft. I mean, so, go and look this up. Go and look this up. Look, Billion unleashes the transformational capabilities of blockchain in the regulated world. Right? So it's a lot of Electroneum. Jonathan Marriott, marketing and business development at Electroneum, right? This guy's a part of Accenture, Avalabs, right? And you want to, and this is the thing, you got to actually go and look up each one of these companies that these guys are CEOs of and CGOs of. For real, you got to look each one up, because if you don't, you're going to miss something. And that's why I said, like, this is a lifetime worth of work, like that I'm willing to put in, you know, because like I'm free, I'm at home, you know, and this is something, it's just amazing, you know, it amazes me. And so I'm just looking at all these people, and it's just, you know, and then right here, James Wallace, the vice president of Ripple X, which is their Ripple Labs, which is where the XRP ledger is built on, which is what they're building out right now with those NFT projects. So don't be surprised if NFTs become contracts for countries. You see what I'm saying? NFTs, smart contracts, NFTs will become, I believe, contracts for companies. You know? So with that being said, man, I know y'all mind blown. You know, it's 10:55. We've been here for an hour. You know, before you leave, I would love for anybody that, you know, want to share anything, has any comments, gratitude, anything, you know, something that you learned. I would love to get at least 3 people, 4 people, 5 people, however many. It don't matter to me. I'm here. I got this little coffee left. Got a little joint. If anybody, you know, wants to have anything to say, please raise your hand, or you can unmute your line, and the floor is yours. Thank you for being here.